What's going on, family? This is your boy Giles, and I am here yet again for another episode of 40 Under 40, where we are chatting with some of the world's most influential artists of the global majority under the age of 40 who are doing some dope things in the art space: theater, dance, music, film, television, literary arts, as well as media. Today is no different. We have a brother who is making some major waves in the industry. I want you to help me welcome Mr. Titus Peoples. Titus, what's up, brother? How are you?
Doing great, Giles. Thank you. Thank
Yo,
you for having me, man. 40
yes,
under 40. Almost
yes.
didn't make it.
Yo, I just missed it last year, bro. I just missed it last year. But I'm happy to be here, man, and thank you for being here for sure.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, sir. So tell me, who is Titus Peoples?
Man, Titus Peoples is a kid from Harlem, born and raised, grew up, raised by his own family, loved film from the time he was 6 years old, loved storytelling from the
Wow.
time he was six. And then, it was a long path to get to where I'm at, but I'm here, man. I'm
Yeah,
here.
yeah, that's nice, man. So you said you love film since you and storytelling since you were a kid. So like, did you
Right.
start like writing stuff when you were like a kid and start producing movies like at home, or how did that start?
All right, but so the screenwriting part started when I was like 6 years old. Well, not even screenwriting itself, but just like the art of storytelling. Like like my family has this thing where they say like, well, Tyler's like that boy could tell a lie, so he better know how to tell a story. So like what I mean, like I was 6 years old composing stories, keeping it
Wow,
all the way 100.
wow,
So I
wow.
used to take things that I watched on TV and then
Uh-huh.
just put them all in one story. Like if I'm watching anything, like when it was time for me to write something down, I would take what I wrote off the TV and
Uh-huh.
then just put it into what I just wrote.
Wow, man. Wow. So you were a kid doing this. So like, did you go into like did you study this in high school? Like, as you matriculated through?
Actually, like my film journey is like a very, very funny story because like my dad was actually into filmmaking too.
Oh, wow.
So like it's sort of kind of ingrained in me in a sense.
Yeah.
But like the film, like I didn't start writing screenplays until I was like 21.
Okay. Okay.
Like the screenwriting part started at 21, but the whole art of being able to tell a story and be a storyteller, that's been since I was six.
Gotcha, gotcha. Makes sense, man. So, were you on set with Dad? That was in the film industry. Were you on set with him?
Nah, like you know what? Like my dad's film career got cut short. Like, he did some things that got him a lot of time in jail. So like, yeah, so like, but like what I learned from him was that you just have to be able to tell a great story. Like great stories come from within. So like
Yeah, yeah. So this thing is actually like in your blood, man. Like this is like ingrained in you.
most definitely.
That's dope, bro. That's dope. That's dope. So, I heard a little birdie told me that your favorite movie is Christmas Story.
Yeah, I love A Christmas Story. Christmas Story is
Yo.
like one of the greatest films of all time, man. It's funny, it's timeless, and like it's a very simple film, but it's simple in a sense of like it's a great story. Like, I think sometimes we as storytellers, we get over like I think like we overthink it like too
Hmm.
much. And then
Hmm.
sometimes it just has to come where like a regular flow. Like just let all your thoughts flow out and then like you'll be able to tell a great story.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So, you recently started an agency, right? Or you just started your organization, your company?
Well, yeah, like my company, Ultimate Class Entertainment, it
Yeah.
started in 2018, and like me and a couple of my friends, we executive produced a film, and we put it on Prime. So shout out to my boy Matt Vincini. He wrote and directed the film, but me and my guys, we just executive produced the film. So that's
Nice.
what we did. Like we got one feature film underneath our belt.
Okay, that's dope, bro. That's dope. What's the name of that film?
The film is called The Cattle Farmer.
The Cattle Farmer. Okay.
Yeah, it's
So
very much so in a psychological realm of like horror films. Like, I mean, it's not your typical horror film.
Gotcha, gotcha. So what made you want to jump behind this film and say this is the one, my first one I want to executive produce?
You know what? So me and Matt went to the same school. So
Mm,
Matt came to me with the idea, and I just thought it was such a great idea that like I gathered up a couple of friends. He did what he had to do on his end as far as
yeah.
the storytelling, and it took us a month and a half to do it, probably 2 months max, but it got done.
Nice, man. Nice, nice, nice. What other projects that do you have under your belt or that you like to share with us, like some things that we could watch of yours?
Well, as of right now, that's the only thing because
Gotcha.
I've sort of kind of taken the back seat to the executive producer approach right now and
Okay.
got back to what I truly love, which is
Writing this.
writing scripts.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
I got a couple of scripts sitting on a couple of known executives' desks right now that I really can't speak on. I got to keep that on a hush,
Yeah,
but y'all
keep that
gonna
on
find
that.
out
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't want to mess
pretty
none of that
soon.
up at all, man. I don't want to mess any of that up. But definitely, that's dope, bro. So what's next for Titus? Like, what do you have planned? What's coming up?
Well, like when I'm not writing screenplays, I do a podcast myself called When Discussion Strikes, where
Ooh.
like I get guys from all walks of life. I've had hip hop artists, humanitarians, doctors, like everybody can come on my show and like we just have a regular discussion, much
Mm,
like me and you are having right now.
right, right.
And you can
Yeah,
follow that on my channel, Ultimate Class TV. And you
okay.
can watch it on TV. It's actually on public access TV.
Okay.
It comes on every Friday night. So
Okay. That's
yeah,
dope,
man.
bro. That's
Thank you.
dope. Yeah, yeah, for sure. So if somebody has a project they have in their head and they were like, "Hey, this project will be dope," what advice would you give them to get to somebody like you, to do a partnership or to say, "Hey, Titus, I want you to see this." Like, what advice would you give them?
My advice that I would give them is just write down your ideas first. Focus less on like I feel like in the art world, like we focus on everything that has to be perfect. Not everything has to be perfect. Get your ideas out first, and then once your ideas is flushed all the way out, then you could work on the formalities of things. Like you know what I mean? Like you could work on that. But for the
Yeah,
most part, get your thoughts out, get your characters out, the who's and the what's what, and what you want these characters to do, and then you could jump into the story part. And then once you jump into the story part, I can help you out from there because I have a clear view on what the story is.
gotcha. That makes sense, man. That makes sense. Yo, I got a question for you. So you talked about like you were in the executive producer role for the last film. What was it like? I know I hear a lot of stories about getting distribution. What was it like getting distribution for that film?
You know what I mean? Like being that it was our first film, and then if I could be completely honest with you, Matt had most control over the film because it's his film.
Right.
We chose the Prime route because like Prime was easier. Like we didn't have to sit down and talk to nobody about no contracts or anything.
All right.
Because like at that time, like we just new to the game. Like we just love film and we just wanted to put something out.
Right.
So, but like now there's a lot of stuff that goes into filmmaking contracts, all kinds of words that they try to throw at you that you gotta be on top of because you don't want to
Yeah.
sign nothing that's gonna have you like 2% of your project. Like you know what I
Yes,
mean?
sir. Yes, sir. They will definitely try to get you for sure.
Yes.
Um, yeah, 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 yeah. So if you had to label your style of writing, like what style are you? Horror? Are you comedy? Are you romantic drama?
I'm gonna be
Where do you
perfect.
live?
I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I'm wherever you need me to be. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I could write anything. Like, and I
Okay.
feel that's what I have over a lot of people. Like, you will never ever see Stephen King write a romantic comedy.
Right. Right.
Like, you know
That's
what I
real.
mean? So
Yeah.
like I can write anything. So like if you just give me the idea and what you want me to do,
Yeah.
like I'll write it for you.
Gotcha. Is there one you gravitate towards the most? Like when you find yourself just writing what you love?
Well, I'm definitely a horror fan. I grew up in a horror household, so like you know what I
Ooh.
mean. I grew up watching horror movies. As much as
Okay.
they scared me as a kid growing up,
Yeah,
I
buddy.
loved them.
They scare
So
me to this day. Man, I refuse to watch like and Friday the 13th. None of it. Nope. Halloween. Nope. I'm good.
I feel you on that.
Good on it. I'm good on it, man. Yo, like watching your background. I used to live in New York. I lived in Harlem, And so like watching your background in the busyness of the city, it really like makes me miss the city, for sure.
Yeah,
Um,
Harlem dope.
yeah, man. So how do you think that being in New York has really influenced your writing style and then your career?
Oh man, it's influenced my style a lot because like as you probably already know, like this city is full of characters in itself. So like you get so much inspiration. So it's
Yeah,
like from the train rides to what
yeah,
time is it showtime? Like you got the guys coming on the train dancing and
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
So like you're surrounded by so much that you could just plug into your story. And that's what I do sometimes. If I meet somebody, they be like, yo, I could create somebody off of the person that I just met. And that's exactly what I'll do.
Right, right, man. Question: how has COVID affected your career, your art career? I know a lot of people
Yes.
hurt them, but a lot of people it helped them. Where do you
I
live?
I live in between because
Okay.
so right when me and Matt was about to do a couple of screenings for the cattle farmer, like we had things flushed out, a couple of film places wanted to screen it, but COVID happened and shut all that down. So like the cattle farmer had a lot of good wills, like you know what I mean, like the wills was going, like people wanted to see it, but then when as things started to shut down, it was just like, oh man, like it killed speed of the bus. Like the cattle farmer was on his roll, like man, COVID slowed that up. But as far as me sitting in the house being creative,
Mm-hmm.
that first month was wild. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like it was a lot to deal with. I was kind of depressed. I was like, but then when I realized how much work I was accomplishing in the peace and
Right,
quiet, like
right.
I wrote, I wrote 3 films and 2 shows in COVID.
Wow, wow, wow,
And
man. That's
even
dope.
took online classes too, because I was just that bored. Like, you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
took online classes, got a Harvard certificate. Like, so
Wow.
your boy Harvard educated too.
Wow.
So, like, you know what I mean?
Nice,
Bam,
man.
bam. Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's smart, man. That's a smart way to do it. You have the time, so why not? Make the time work for you, for sure, bro.
Right, right.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So, if we want to follow you on social media, like, how do we follow you?
You can follow me on Instagram. I am Titus Peoples. Like, and you can follow my channel, Ultimate Class TV, where you can watch my podcast. And we're working on getting more stuff up on it too. Cause right now it's just me and my mug interviewing all kinds of people. But like we working on getting new content up there for people.
Gotcha, man. That's what's up. That's what's up for sure. Yo, I want to play a game called This or That, man. So with this or that, I will give you 2 words, 2 sentences, 2 phrases, and you just tell me which one you better align with. Cool.
All right, cool.
I'm gonna start off real easy with you. I'm gonna start off real, real easy. I think I already know the answer to this, but we'll see. New York pizza or LA tacos?
NY Pizza, come on, man. NY Pizza, man.
Why NY pizza?
NY Pizza is the best pizza, man. I grew up watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I
Oh
eat pizza
yeah,
because of the turtles, man. Like
yeah,
pizza.
man. That's real. That's real right there. Um, if you had $1 million given to you, would you rather have $1 million in cash or $1 million home?
A home, because then I could soup up the home, make it dope, and then I could put that back out there for like $5 million. I'm about that money. I know how to invest.
Yeah, that's that New York mentality too, for sure, for sure.
Yes,
Get that
sir.
$1 million brownstone, yeah, hook it up, and then go sell that bad boy for sure.
Yes, sir.
Boys in the Hood or Friday?
Oh man, Friday for sure.
Why Friday?
Cause like you know what, like me growing up in the hood and seeing all the turmoil in the hood and stuff like that, like we can see all that craziness in real life, but sometimes you just want to sit back and laugh, like you know what I mean. So I'm gonna go with
Okay,
Friday.
okay, okay, okay. Freddy Krueger or Jason?
Jason, off
Why
rip,
Jason?
Jason.
Why Jason?
Cause you know I like Jason, cause like Jason don't come to play, he come to do what he got to do and leave. Like Jason gonna tear it up and leave. Freddie, he wasn't gonna crack jokes. I'm like, bro, if you gonna kill me, just kill me already, bro.
Right.
Jason gonna walk in there, sa, and be
Right.
out.
It'd be out. Deuces, man. Deuces.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. It's gonna be a tough one right here, man. Tough one.
Okay.
Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan?
You know what? I'm gonna have to go Kobe, man. Kobe for real.
Okay, why Kobe?
Because like Kobe left an impact on the world, bro. Like people wanted to be Kobe. Like you had kids in school running to the trash can shooting Kobe. Like nobody, like I ain't never heard nobody say Michael. It was always
Right,
Kobe. So like
Kobe. Yeah,
Kobe had a super impact. Like, and it was such a tragic day when we lost Kobe. Like, and then to be perfectly honest with you, I'm not even a big sports fan, but I went to a Catholic school out here where like Kobe came to the school and spoke to the students actually.
oh wow,
Yeah,
wow.
he came and spoke to the team. So like I just know the impact that he had on the people, especially with me. Like even though I don't play sports, like I watched some of his stuff where he was talking about having this way of thinking where like you just gotta go at it. Like you know what I mean? Like you gotta be focused. So like I took some of that and I applied it to what I do. So yeah,
Yeah, that's
Kobe
real,
for real.
man. That's real. Stevie Wonder or Luther Vandross?
Luther Vandross.
Luther. Oh, I want to hear this one. Why is that?
Cause you know, like I don't know how explicit we could get on here, but when you're getting with your partner, like you know what I mean, setting them extracurricular late night activities,
Right.
you know what I mean, you can play that Luther, you know what I mean, do what you gotta do with that.
Throw that Luther on. Throw that Luther on.
Yes,
Okay, I
sir.
hear you. I hear you. Last question. Would you rather stay up late or wake up early?
I'd rather stay up late
Why is that?
because like it's so easy to like close your computer or like just fall out when you're tired, like you know what I mean. But when you want to grind, you could take that extra step, stay up a little more, and get what you need to get done. Because like, who knows? You may not have that opportunity to do what you had to do. So like,
Yeah,
I'd rather stay up late and do what I got to do
that's
because I
real,
may
man.
not have that chance tomorrow morning.
That's real. That's real. That's real. Yo, man, that was this or that, man. I appreciate the conversation. It was dope. Yeah.
Charles, thank you so
Yes, sir.
much.
Yes, sir. Hey, everybody, this is Titus Peoples. This boy right here, this man, this young man is doing amazing, amazing things in the film world. Yo, check out his film, The Cattle Farmer. Also, check out the scripts he has coming out. If you have distribution, if you're a producer, definitely holler at him. Let's link up. Let's make some stuff happen between all of us. Support. Make sure you follow him on social media as well. Titus, thank you for being here, bro.
Thank you, Giles. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Hey, everybody, this has been another episode of 40 Under 40 powered by Urban Arts Magazine. I'm your host, Giles, and make sure you check back with us on our next amazing, dope 40 Under 40 artist.